Hi there, and welcome back to Valley por Vida. Now, with the pandemic, a lot of us have realized that we need, we need to spend our money more wisely, especially if we can shop local when possible, right? So it's important to be able to have family-owned local businesses that lend support for our communities and that also offer what we need. There was actually a new consumer survey that was released and covered the maker of Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water maker, CG Roxanne, and it talked about, how a lot of Americans are actually willing, even in tough times, to spend more on locally sourced goods. Their team says that they found 76% of Americans are really caring about their own environmental impact when regarding the particular businesses that they support, and about 56% of us deem ourselves as informed when it comes to local businesses' community involvement, to help us make consumer decisions. And apparently 39% of us really prefer family-owned operations, and the survey goes on and on. So we went ahead and spoke with someone about all the details, along with what exactly we can take away from it all.
Thank you, Danielle, for having me. It's my absolute pleasure to be here. My name is Michelle Cockrum, and I am the Houston-based sales manager at CG Roxanne. Established in 1990 with a core founding principle of bottling its Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring water at the natural spring source, a concept we like to think of as simple but not easy. So this year's campaign offers a closer look at the natural spring sources of our Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring water through the eyes of a young girl by taking her through one of CG Roxanne's 7 natural spring sources, followed by a plant tour where the water is bottled. And what this does is it backs up some survey data that we gathered with a few enlightening statistics that resonate with our commitments that help CG Roxanne to deliver our customers the freshest, purest, and best tasting water, including Americans are more likely to keep returning to a business if it's family owned. Additionally, 57% of Americans believe that water bottled at the natural spring source is better for you rather than modified bottled water elements such as added minerals and electrolytes, with 76% having done research to understand the sources of where their products they purchase come from. Also, 76% said that they care about the environmental impact of the businesses that they support, which we're happy to learn this because the well-being of our communities and the environment is a core value of CG Roxanne. Lastly, 3 out of 5 Americans surveyed are more likely to purchase bottled water if it's sourced from a natural spring locally. First and foremost, as a born and raised Texas gal, I've always felt shopping local and supporting family-owned businesses is a key interest for Texans in general. The survey statistics support this too, given nearly 60% of people said that they frequently shop at locally owned and operated businesses. So I guess that percentage is even higher here in Texas. So in addition to Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring water, in order to address the needs of Texans to support a local product where CG Roxanne has not been able to identify natural spring sources that meet our standards, we do offer Texas-made Roxanne purified water. And a special feature of this product is that our one cap closure makes it easy for customers to hold on to their caps by a small tether and allows for the entire finished product to make it to the recycling bin in one piece. We've received a lot of great feedback on our purified product, which also has 0 added chemicals. The last thing I'd like to add is that it isn't surprising that people view family-owned and operated businesses to be more trustworthy, but what people may not realize is that it also allows those businesses to make decisions quickly in response to community needs. This includes scholarship initiatives and environmental and community partnerships. So in turn, not only does that enrich the lives of the employees, but their family and friends enrich the communities that they live in across the country.
Food truck parks are unique because they're its own community within itself. So by having all these different food truck vendors and the bar and all these live music acts, and then bringing in local vendors that do craft goods and all these other things, you really create your own symbiotic community. Yeah, we definitely try to keep it as family and pet friendly as we can. Once it gets past a certain time at night, especially on the weekends, you don't really want your little kids out there at 11 o'clock at night on the weekend. because we do have a bar, we do serve alcohol, but for the most part, you know, it is very food oriented. We have a dog park, sand volleyball court, it's a basketball court, and we're really pushing the family friendly, come out here and everybody can have a good time at the same time. I've always felt like, you know, building a strong community is really important, and I'm from Harlingen, so coming back home and helping to create somewhere that small business owners and other people can come together with their families in a safe place and have a good time without, you know, stepping on each other's toes. That was really important to me. I think it's important to, you know, the Valley and our culture here. Food truck parks provide a pretty, you know, ambivalent platform for everybody. There's something for everyone here. So if you don't like pizza, you've got tacos. If you don't like tacos, you've got Papas Locas or the Melt or the Red Dragon coming soon. If you you don't like sitting at a bar and watching sports, you can go out and play some sports. You can go play sand volleyball. You can go out, take your dog out in the back and walk around and just enjoy a beer by yourself and your dog. We try to provide something here for everybody.
It makes you think. Everyone always says, shop local, right? But why do they say that? Why is it so helpful for our community when we make the decision to buy locally sourced goods anyway? Well, we're about to dive in a bit deeper when it comes to some of those benefits. All right, so according to MetroFamilyMagazine.com, when we contribute to efforts in keeping money local, then we're able to help our community provide important services that, as residents, we need and appreciate. We're talking things like police and fire services, and street repairs and trash collection. And the site also outlines that it can help our local economy live longer overall. The site also says that investing local can also help encourage residents to vote, since every move we make affects us as a whole. So it's just really important to know what's going on. The site also says that when we shop local, we help to preserve local employment as well, and especially when there are nonprofits in the area who really do their best to do good. Our support can really help make a difference. I mean, if we're gonna buy certain things anyway, like home goods or groceries, then why not make the effort to buy it from someone in our neighborhood? And we have plenty of local fruit stands, it seems like a pretty good place to start. And the site outlines that 250% more people tend to shop local over going to the larger businesses. So the notion is definitely sticking. Now, it's really cool to know that a lot of local restaurants get their food, their products from local sources too. These resources, especially with us being so close to the island, we often see local seafood in the mix, and it's just great. The site says that whenever there's a personal connection like that, it helps to build that customer relationship that might otherwise be lost at a bigger business like a franchise. The site outlines that personal connection is also a good idea because store employees really get to learn what you want to shop for and why, and they're able to better just help you find what you need. Plus, local business owners usually have a lot more knowledge behind any given product that they're selling. So if you're looking for a deeper understanding of what you're, putting into your cart, local definitely may be the way to go. The site says that local employees tend to know that, what they're selling, and they also tend to have a more diverse array of options that might suit our needs. Sometimes the inventory at national chain stores can be scarce, and, in those circumstances, we turn to local farmers and service providers. So, we should try and lend support for their operations whenever we can. And shopping local helps in the effort to support future growth. The site says that when we do our best to keep business in the community, it can open up doors for more local business to come our way. And when we have pride for our city, as we do here in the Rio Grande Valley, it's always a good thing to help contribute to our local economy. So now that we, are able to help you get up and get out there in support of our local future businesses, you can take a minute to think about who they are. And we're going to go ahead and give you some time to do that because that's all we've got for today. But we want to thank you again so much for joining us, and be sure to tune in again next time to learn so much more. We've always got a lot going on, but for now, don't forget to follow our team on social media for exclusive behind-the-scenes sneak peeks at what we've got coming up, and for your chance at your comment or question to be featured on air. And you can always visit valleycentral.com to rewatch some of today's favorite segments. All that and so much more next time on Valley Por Vida. See you then.